So this video is to showcase you the script before its actual release. So this is one of you guys that want to help out and test the script before the actual release and hopefully find bugs and stuff so I can fix them before the actual release. So I will not add or all of the information that's going to be in the real showcase video is not going to be in here, so I'm going to skip out a few things. But anyway, so the way I want the script to work is that users should be able to change things very easily themselves and make their own functions. So my plan is not to make all of the functions myself and just let other people use them. My plan is to make something that everyone will understand so they can make their own functions. So I don't want the user to feel limited to the script. I want them to know how the script works and to be able to change things themselves to get things to work the way they want them to work. Because maybe or probably the way things work for me or the way I want things to work for me is not going to be the same you want the things to work for you. So basically I want the script to work for anyone the way they want it to work. So the way I've done this is to add a couple or like 19 different arguments here that you can put in your own lines of code here. So basically what you do is you make your own, or you make a few lines of code with these arguments that I have up there, these ones, and then this will make the script run these things. So first just, if we take this for example, then what it does is just, it displays this text, select something, then it searches the Japanese to English dictionary, so in my case I have Jisho, and then print false just mean don't print anything in Anki. So let me just show you here first these global variables that you should change. So first of all, Jisho enable. True, that just means that you want to have a Japanese to English dictionary. It doesn't have to be Jisho per se, it's just Japanese to English dictionary. You could also add this to something else, but yeah, just have true. And then Japanese dictionary, in my case it's Colorby. You could have it add Golden Dict if you want to have Golden Dictionary for example. And then next here we have tab to deck and tab to card type. That just means that when you add a card, the amount of tabs you have to do to get to these two here. So shift tab, yeah, it's shift, how many shift tabs you have to go, but yeah, just the amount. So shift tab 1, 2, 3. So tab to deck is 3, and then one more, just add a 1 here because it's 3 here and then just one more. And then pitch accent search, that's just when you say pitch accent, it just looks the first 30 characters to find the pitch accent. If it doesn't find it in the first 30 characters, then it stops searching for it. Frequency threshold. Here I have a frequency list of words mined from 5,000 novels that someone from Matt's Discord linked. So this just, the threshold just means that if the word you want to learn exceeds this number, so 20,000 in my case, then just notifies the user and says this is a rare word, so don't. Yeah, or this is a rare word. That's the only thing it says. So you can decide if you wanna save it or not. And as you can see here, a few of a lot of them have the same rarity, and I'm assuming that they appear equally as much. Then, either way. So next, return cursor. Just skip that. That's not in use right now. I might add it later. I don't know. I have removed it. I had it before. And then here, dynamic pitch accent. So there are two ways you can add pitch accent to the cards. The first one is dynamic and the second one is static. So static just means that if the pitch accent is a number, let's just say 3, or this is not pitch accent, but yeah, let's just say it's 3, then always have blue, for example. But if you have dynamic, that just means that if you have 3, it doesn't mean that it has to be blue. It depends the amount of more on the word. So if we take a word, I can't come up with anything right now. Or yeah, let's just take here. This will work. So then you can see it's 3 here. It drops on the third mora. But if, which is Nakadaka in this case, because this is more than 3 mora long. But if the word is 3 mora, and the pitch accent drops on the third mora, then the pitch accent pattern is Odaka. I don't know the pitch accent of that word, but yeah, it's Odaka then. So yeah, dynamic just means that the pitch accent depends on the mora, the amount of mora in the word. So if you want to have dynamic pitch accent, so when it depends on the moras, then just take dynamic pitch accent true. And now, how this works is that you're gonna have to have the script quick color changing, and this just means that if it's Heiban, then press F9 on the keyboard. And because I have the script and F9 on the keyboard, then I'll get this color. And if it's Atamadaka, then press F10, and because we have F10 with this add-on, make it red, then it turns it red. So yeah, you're gonna have to set this up with this. So either, yeah, so you're gonna have to, I guess you probably have the script, so just set these keys to whatever keys you have in quick color changing. So next, we have sleep duration, just skip that, that's not in use right now. Hiragana array, just skip that as well. So here are all of the arguments you can add in your functions here. You can go through them and look at them, what they are. I hope these explanations are enough, so I don't have to go through them in this video. I am going to go through them in the real video, I think, though, so you can wait for that if you don't understand anything, or just ask me. That's the easiest way now with this, before it's released. So now, here I'm going to show you these functions. So this are 6 different functions. So first of all, we can see that all of these numbers has to be different. If they are the same, like this, then the first one won't work. The under one would overwrite the one over it. And then we see script index. This is just a way of grouping them. So 4 means that this is just the 4th script. 5 just means this is just the 5th script, and so on. So if we run the 5th script, we should run these 2 lines and not anything else. So if you just look down here, this means if you press numpad 3, run the script number 3. So then it goes up here, it looks through all of these, and runs all of the ones with script index 3. And as you can see, none of them are script index 3, so if I press 3, then nothing will happen. So if we take 6, for example, here, then it will go through this. It just goes through all of these objects. So first this, it checks, is this 6? No, it's not. Okay, skip it. Is this 6? No, it's not. Skip it. Is this? No, skip it. Is this? Yes. Okay, execute this. Then it goes on. Is this? No, okay, skip it. And it skips everything else. So that's how that works. And these numbers here can be anything. They don't have to be 60 for 6 and 50 for 5. They can be whatever, as long as they're not the same. And the way the order of this is that it goes from the lowest number to the highest number. So in this case here, for the 9 here, it will go 90, 91, 92. So that's the order of this script. If we would have 91, 90, 92, then it will run this first, then this, then this. So it just goes in order. I hope that's clear enough. So now, let's go here to display. So display, it just displays this next to the cursor. Select the word, and now, then, the script waits for the user to select a word. And then, with this quick RTK, for example, this is just a comment, this does nothing to the code, we can remove this, it's just a comment that doesn't affect the code at all, it's just for the user to see. So with this, you select a word, kanji just display true, just means that it displays the RTK kanji for whatever you have selected, and print false means don't print anything in Anki. So if we have a word here, let me search for it. So this is a good example because I used it before. So if you have this word, for example, if you select this and press 4, then I have to set up a script. I didn't set up the script first. So if you change anything in AutoHotkey, then you can press this to run the script, and then you have to start the script. The way you do that, just go into this field, click it, make sure the window is selected, click in here, press one of the start button keys, so any of the number pad keys, and then do the same thing here for Jisho. Click here so the window is selected, and just have the mouse anywhere in here and press a button. So now it's mapped both of these places so it knows where to search. So let's say you want to learn or know let's go back to here. So if you want to know the RTK keywords of the kanji you select, so then you select something, so bam, select the word, and then it shows you all of the kanji and the index and the keyword. You can also add your own story to these, so I've done that for 3, for example. So if I would select this, then you would see all of this as well as a story. But I'm going to show you that in the coming video. It's very simple, but yeah, I'm going to show you it later. So next, let's just go take the sentence making script. So let's just look at the code first, and then I'm going to show you how it actually works. So select Epsilon sentence. Okay, that makes sense. Then print false. That just means don't print anything in Anki, just copy it, but don't print anything. Search Japanese or English. Okay, so in theory what this should do is you select something and it searches it in Jisho, which is what it does as well. So next, select the search word. So when you're in Jisho, you can select the search word. Don't print this either in Anki. Check the frequency of the word so we know if it's rare or not. And the way this check frequency works is that if it's more rare than the threshold you set, then it will notify you saying it exceeds the threshold. You will still be able to make the card and everything, it just notifies you so you know. And then search Japanese or Japanese. So whatever word you select in Jisho, search that in Colorby. Then last thing here, cancelable true. I don't know if this is a word, but cancelable true just means you can't cancel this action. Because normally with the script, if you click once, then you cancel. And if you select something, then you continue. So cancelable false just means that you can click around as much as you want without exiting the script. So after you've done that, you've searched something in Colorby, you select the definition you want, advanced analyzer is true, and return keyword true and relative position -1. So first of all, advanced analyzer, that just means that whenever you select something, it will parse through it and get the furigana here, it will get the pitch accent, or it will calculate the pitch accent out from this and the furigana here, and then color code this as well, and then sets everything else as the definition. Then we have return RTK keyword. That's just the same as this, but it puts it in the meaning field as well. So if we would learn this word, then it will put the kanji for here large and then keyword large after it. Oh no, why did I do that? So here, sorry. So yeah, and then relative position -1 just means go up one field, so -1, up one field, and paste everything. Because I copied everything here, it goes up one field and pastes it. As you can see here, we have print false, which means don't print, print false, which means don't print in Anki, and then here we don't have any print. And that's because print by default is always true. So if you have print true, that's the same as not having print at all, because print is always true unless you specifically say that it's false. So let's just try this script out. So first we press the key to start script 9, and then it pops up here, the display, select Epsilon sentence. So select all of this, and the script does remove the furigana here. And now, so now we're done with the first one. We pasted it, and now we're at the second one, which is select search word. So now print is false, blah blah blah. As you can see here, cancelable true. That means if I click around, it won't cancel the script. which it normally does. So we can click the @1 part, the word, and select this, and now it searches it in Colibri, and as you can see here, it exceeds the frequency threshold. So now we just know, okay, this is a pretty rare word. Maybe I shouldn't learn this. But yeah, let's learn it anyway. So just go out through this, and then select the definition. Because we had Advanced Analyzer on, we can just select all of this, and it automatically puts pitch accent here. And then here, because we have a return RTK keyword, it gets the RTK keyword of all of the kanji in the word we wanted to learn. So what we could do now, maybe, is let's say we want to add a reverse field here. Then we could just add a simple line of code. So let's just first copy this, make sure the index here are different, and then do that. So first, script index 9. We want the index to be 9, so it knows it's the same script. And then display, we don't want a display, we only want to add something here. Then, if you look up at all of these, then we will see value. If this value variable is filled, then the script will not search for any information. It will just paste it instantly. This can be used, example, to fill in the reverse field. So that's what I'm going to show right now. So what we could do is just value, colon, then a quote, I guess, and then just take something. Let's just take X, or just take filled. So now what will happen is just, it does everything it did before, and then it pastes filled. So it will look something like this. But that's obviously not what we want. What we want is to fill this field. So then we just make use of this relative position argument. So relative position and then a number. Then we'll have to see, because we're in this field, we tab down 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse. Then we're in the reverse field. So that just means, okay, we want to tab down 4 times. So here in relative position, just put in 4. You can save the script, restart the script. Yeah, so we set it up. Now, when we make a sentence card, so we can select this, search for it, and select this if we want to make this again. We know, okay, it's a rare word. Select this, and now we see we get everything here again, but it also puts filled here. It's very small, but it puts filled here in the reverse field, just as you wanted it to do. So some other examples, maybe we can take this pitch accent here. So if you just look at it, it says select a word, and it searches the Japanese to Japanese dictionary with that word, and don't paste anything. Okay, and then you're in the pitch accent, or in the Colibri dictionary. Select pitch, so save the pitch, Advanced Analyzer, that just means, once again, you can copy something like this, and it will just parse through everything to get the pitch accent and get the real or the information of everything. Then return pitch, that just means that the pitch it has, return that to whatever you had here in Anki. So because you select something when you search, you go and search, and then you go back here. Because this is still selected, this is just a bug. Because it's selected, it will just color that. And then we have print false again. We don't want anything to be printed. So let's try this out. So let's just select this, press 7. We search a dictionary here. We select this, and we have it color coded. It got this, and calculated the pitch accent and color coded whatever we had selected. So let's say we want to add the pitch accent of this, just press 7, and select this, and we're done. So it's very fast. Let's go with something else now. So quick frequency. In this case, we want to check the frequency, but it's also always show frequency. So if we look down here again, sentence making, it showed us that the frequency exceeded the threshold. But otherwise, if it was lower than the threshold, it wouldn't pop up. But in this case, because we have always show frequency true, that just means always show the frequency. So if it's, I'm just going to show here. So if it's, even if it's lower, that's a bad example. Even if it's lower than the threshold, it will show you the pitch accent. Or what am I saying? The frequency of the word. And next, let's go with quick RTK. I did that. Quick close. Yeah, let's go with this one. So let's say you want to add a close card. Maybe you like whenever, not, or it doesn't have to be a close card, just anything. Okay, I'm just gonna go through this. So first, what this does, just adds a new card. So it opens this up. Deck is default. So it changed the deck to default here. And then it changes the card type to close. And when that's, and then it also, or sorry, I forgot something. So first you select the front side, then does this, or actually or you select the front side, then you select the back side, and then does all of this, actually. Because this happens after everything is done. Because you don't want to interrupt whatever you're doing. You want to select everything and then you want to add it to Anki. But if you wanted it to happen directly, then you could add this direct response true, which if you look up here, you will see that how it works. Here, direct response. So I can actually show you that, and I hope it should work. I haven't tried it, but I hope it should work. But let's just try this first. So 5 to add this quick close. What we want to do is just select the front side, select the back side, and then it goes into Anki, it opens this add card window, it selects the right deck and the right type, and then it puts in all the information we want. So let's just try it. So if we press 5, it says select back side. Oh right, we have something selected here, so that's a problem. Let's skip that. So because we have something selected here, it assumed, or it already filled in this first one. So let's have nothing selected. Now if we press, then it will say select front side. So maybe we want this on the front and I don't know, this on the back. Then just go in here, take the right type, the right deck, and put it in the front side and the back side. Of course, it doesn't have to be close and stuff. It can be, okay, it can be whatever. But this is just an example. Once again, I don't want to make the code with functions per se for you. I just want you to be able to make your own with the script. So yeah, let's say, because now, let's just do it again. So you select front side, and then you select the back side, and then it opens up Anki and does all of this. Let's say you want to first select the front side, then open everything up in Anki, and after that you select the back side and put it in. What you could do then is just add direct response true. This should work. I haven't tried. This should work. And now if we set up the script, now it should do, you select the front side, then it does all of this because the response is true, and then it goes to the next line and does all of this. Because by default it does everything and saves all of the values, but then at the end it pastes it in Anki. Okay, so let's try this. Select front side. Yeah, and then select back side. Yeah, it works perfectly. So the direct response is just, as I just showed you, does everything that can be done first and then goes to the second or the next line. I'm gonna remove that. So something else. No, I think this is about it. I think I've showed all of these. I also think I've showed everything pretty much. Or I can go through these real quick, because there are a few that I didn't show. So also a lot of these functions have like default values, like print for example. If you don't have print at all, it assumes it's true, and that's the same for a few of these ones. So another example is, let's say you are, let's just say you have a sentence card somewhere, or you want to know the pitch exit of something. Okay, come on. Okay, let's say we want to make a card of this. So we press 9 and take this. Okay, this. Okay, whatever. Okay, yeah, this is a bad example, and I can't skip it, right? So let's just cancel stuff. Okay. So if you just click, then you cancel it, and it doesn't work perfectly. I think I'm gonna have to change a few things. But yeah, let's just make a sense card of this maybe. I'm sorry that takes some time, but yeah, let's say, okay, here. You want to make a definition of this, then you add this here, and then everything's done here. Right, you fill this mark field, we can skip that. That's because we have filled here 4 fields down, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and because this isn't the same card type as before, as when I showed it before, then yeah, we shouldn't have that in this case, so then we would just remove it or change the card type or something. But then, let's say we want to just have, I don't know, this. Then maybe we want to add, or maybe don't know a word. Let's just say this here. Then maybe we want to add furgan to it, or pitch accent. What you can do then is just go here in the add pitch accent. Because we have advanced analyzer, when we select, let's press 7 here. We want the pitch accent for this. Then we select this here, and it gets the pitch accent and stuff. Yeah, what we could also do is add here furgana, true. Then because we have advanced analyzer, it gets the furgana as well, because advanced analyzer is the way it works. It's just it takes whatever's in here and saves that as the stem or the standard form or dictionary form of the word you want to learn. Then gets the furgana here and the pitch accent and calculates the pitch accent pattern with those 2 variables. And because you have saved this here, you can also add it to the card, and then the rest you have after this character here will be the definition, everything pasted afterwards. So now if you just add furgana here, because we have advanced analyzer, it saves both this and this, so you can print it. So we have to restart script, and then let's just turn this back to normal. So let's say you want to color code and pitch accent, get pitch accent of this. Then just press the same key and select all of this, and because we had furgana true as well, it will put it correctly. And as you can see, I made it so it adds the the pitch accent correctly. It adds it between, or at the right position, because maybe normally, or this could be a problem that it pastes this way, but I made it so it works this way, which should be fine for most cases. Something else. Okay, let's just go. Sorry, it takes a long time, but I'm gonna go through this pretty fast and see if there's something I've missed. So padding, that's just before you paste something, you add the padding beforehand. So if you want to paste filled here, for example, if we would have padding like this, then it will be pasted filled like that, without spelling mistake. But yeah, so padding just adds before whatever you're gonna post in Anki. Then furgana, that's just what I showed you, that if it finds furgana, it's gonna add it this way. Print, yeah, if by default that's true, so if you say print to false, then it's not gonna post. New card, that just means click the new add card button here. Card type, just change the card type, and type or deck and type, just change these. Search Japanese, yeah, just means search here. Japanese to English, search the Japanese English dictionary you selected. Return pitch, this is when you select something, then you search the pitch for it, then it goes back and recolors what you have selected. That just means go back, search the pitch, and return it to the same place. Direct response, which is what I showed you with the close card example here, that it makes sure all of this whole line of code has run, then it goes to the next one, instead of doing some part of the code and then do the rest at the end. Then advanced analyzer, yeah, that's just if you select something, then it will take it will remember this number, and with the furigana you get, it will also calculate the right pitch accent and take this, and the definition is rest. Display kanji, yeah, that's just if you wanna display a kanji, you select, and then yeah. So sorry, return RTK keyword, yeah, that's this. So if you want to have this on your card, then have it true, otherwise have it false. Because I think it can be very useful, so you don't have to look it up every time if there's a word you don't know. So in this case, I know both of these easily, so just remove that. Or you could just keep it in, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. Check frequency, it checks the frequency every time, and if it exceeds the threshold you have set up here, then it notifies you. Otherwise, it doesn't notify you. But if you have always checked frequency true, then it notifies you in all cases. So that's, for example, if we had this, then it notifies you that it's common word, even if it doesn't exceed the limit. And last but not least, we have cancelable. So that just means that normally, if you click, then you can cancel the script or the function you're in. So if it's a select word and you click, then it stops. But if you have cancelable false, I mean, then you can't cancel. So when you click around, it doesn't cancel. And the reason we have this is because if we take this example here, the sentence making one. So if you would take this and look it up in Jisho, then you are able to click around to select the right word, and then select it here. Oh, interesting. Here it says that this exceeds the frequency threshold. It couldn't be found. So then you probably this example is, you probably know it's usually written like this, but then you know that, whoa, this is actually like never used, so maybe you should just learn the kana for it. But yeah, select the word and whatever. So yeah, I think that's it. I rambled for a bit. Sorry that video was so long, but I hope you find this useful and that you're able to make your own functions. And once again, I want the user to be able to make their own function, and that's the goal of the script. So please try and make your own functions and try to see if they work, and give me feedback and bugs if you find anything. Yeah, thank you and adios.